tradition getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys took full advantage, he said, of the late season bye. They are rested, ready for the stretch run to close out the regular season. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you once again. We are underway now from Pittsburgh. Sheds off the tackle. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
A gain of 12. First down.
On first down, it's Turner. And taken down just shy of the 40. You look at the Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge it? This is going to be fun.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw, Dart. A quick throw there is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated. And that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdowns.
And they got the win.
And they got the win. So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Glenn. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean runs and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down. Glenn will find Jones again, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Go. 19, Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw. Glenn. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. The play fake, it's Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
First down, New York.
Up the middle they go. Turner. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Dart. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Throwing his Dart. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. loss of 6 yards on the sack. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. St. Clair. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw. Glenn. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. St. Clair. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From the gun, Bigsby. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. Glenn. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Tank Bigsby, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Dart going to look to throw here. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On the jet sweep, here's Neighbors. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Dart. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Steelers offense in their... Running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive. Glenn looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Eligible receiver downfield.
And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. St. Clair. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Glenn. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Brings up third down and
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To the air, Dart. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw, Dart. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevens. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw now, Dart. Stiff-armed him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
The 34-yard line.
Now throwing again, here's Dart. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10.
Let's go now.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. Across midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw is Dart. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Stevens. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
A loss of a yard. Brings up fourth down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the foot.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tank Bigsby with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4.
Throwing his dart.
He finds his man complete. It's Stevens. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Giants.
Throwing dart.
He finds his man complete. That's Rodriguez.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Working out of the gun is Dart.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2nd and 12 at the 3-yard line.
Another run by Bigsby.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Glenn. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
It's second down and 10.
They'll look to throw. That one taken in by Neighbors. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Dart. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Stevens. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. A run here with Bigsby. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ted Bigsby, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking to throw, Dart. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, Turner. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 4th down, here's Dart. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football.
It's a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
On 1st down, St. Clair. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
For a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Glenn. Jones has it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They run for it with Bigsby. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Here's Dart. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Dart's going to look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Dart. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. A hit as he throws. throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the